We were fortunate in finding that Lord Holdhurst was still in his chambers in Downing Street, and on Holmes sending in his card, we were instantly shown up. The statesman received us with that old-fashioned courtesy for which he is remarkable. He seemed to represent that not-too-common type, a nobleman who was in truth noble. "Your name is very familiar to me, Mr. Holmes," said he, smiling. "And of course I cannot pretend to be ignorant of the object of your visit. There has only been one occurrence in these offices which could call for your attention. In whose interest are you acting, may I ask?" "In that of Mr. Percy Phelps," answered Holmes. "Ah, my unfortunate nephew. You can understand that our kinship makes it the more impossible for me to screen him in any way. I fear that the incident must have a very prejudicial effect upon his career." "But if the document is found—" "That, of course, would be different. And now, Lord Holdhurst, we have already taken up too much of your valuable time, and we shall wish you good day." "Every success to your investigation, be the criminal who it may," answered the nobleman as he bowed us out at the door. "He's a fine fellow," said Holmes as we came out into Whitehall, "but he has a struggle to keep up his position. He is far from rich and has many calls."
We stood before the massive doors of Lord Holdhurst's office, awaiting our summons. Though there were many petitioners waiting when we arrived, we were ushered straight past them and made to stand before the doors for exactly 8 seconds while the clerk went inside to see if his lordship was ready to receive us.
Yes, damn it, of course!
Mr. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John Watson?
No sooner had our names cleared the clerk's lips than he turned and fled the room. From behind his desk, Lord Holdhurst fixed us with a hungry gaze. The man looked practically feral. His hair was mussed, his clothing wrinkled in the most disreputable state. His shoulders heaved as if he'd been running, and his eyes bespoke total exhaustion. Though I'd never met him personally, I knew his reputation well, and let me say that if I had not seen several pictures of this person, I'd have never believed this could be Lord Holdhurst. Was this the bastion of English propriety and decorum? He looked like a man ruined by anger.
Have you found it?
I hesitated, overcome by surprise. Thus, it was Holmes who made our answer.
I don't think so. Then again, we don't know exactly what it is.
No! We won't be speaking of it. Don't ask. It's a secret of the highest import. I'll tell you the same thing that I told that fool Scotsman MacGuffin. It doesn't matter what it is, only that we're seeking it. You'll know it if you see it. You haven't seen it.
The only thing we've seen is your nephew, Percy Phelps. He's suffering. Did you know?
Not suffering enough. He lost it. He ruined everything. My sister won't let me see the little squid. And it's a good thing, too. For I know what I'd do. I'd kill him. I'd kill him with my bare hands.
Something was very wrong with Britain's foreign minister. Even Holmes recognized it, for he gave me a sideways glance, raised his eyebrows, and cocked one thumb at our host, as if to say, "Would you look at this?"
Yes, we have nothing to report, so perhaps we'd best go look for it, eh?
Good idea, Watson. No time to waste, is there?
Not a minute. We'll let you know if we find it, of course.
You bring it right here!
Oh, of course. Right here.
Don't look at it!
Why would we?
Don't open the case! I'll know if it's been opened!
Of course you would. Well, that's all then. Goodbye. Good luck to us. And, we are dismissed.
The two of us leapt through the open door.
That's a fairly intense statesman, Watson.